Hello guys, welcome back. How are you doing? I hope you're doing in this quarantine period. Please utilize your time in learnings. Okay, today we are going to see what is static. We are going to see what is static and write some programs on static. If I'm not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, guys. Okay, what is static means? So if it is non-static members, let's say we have a employee. So we have an class employee class is my employee.java. So inside this, if I have some fields like string name and int salary like this. So whenever I'm creating an object, so I'll have stack and heap. So here I'll be loading the main method. So I'm creating an object first for employee. So I'm creating multiple objects. So these are the employee object. So I'm creating EMP1 and then EMP2, EMP3. So like this it will be there, right? Memory reference. These are the references. So these are the references it is pointing to this. And in the object, what it will be there? These two properties will be there. Here name will be there. Let's say name is here. Name is equals to Raju. Here name is Rani. Here name is Thomas. So here guys, what for us to notice. So whenever you create an object, there these properties will be created separately. Means these variables will be created separately, and that is for that particular object. Now let's say I have a requirement. All these objects should have some one value only. So all these objects, if you wanted to refer, so if you wanted to have one object, which is difficult, which we cannot achieve with this, right? That's the reason Java has come up with a static variables or methods, whatever it is. Those are at class level memory. So static variables are class level memory variables. Class level memory, it will be inside class. Okay. Class level methods or class level variables. Guys, you understood? So I will give you an example by that you will understand. Let's say I am writing an application which I'm intending it is only for Indians. Then in employee I want a property called country, string country. I know that it is going to be same for all. So the country is same for all. If I don't declare this, if I declare this here, on every object there will be a country. So country, we have to pass the country, right? I don't want this. I don't want this. I want one country for all objects. Then what I do? I'll declare this as static. This I will declare as static. Got it, guys? So I'll declare this as static. So this will make that make sure that the country property is in the class level memory. So it will not be created inside, it will not be created, that property will not go into the object. So it will be in the class level memory. All these objects will share the same property, same value for the property. This is related to properties, the same case with methods also. So this is the main advantage of static. So let us write a program, okay? So what I will do is I'll write a class. So here com dot happy tech trainings, and then here I'm giving static demo is my class. So here I'm going to have a main method as usual, and then I'll write a class, guys. Class employee. So here string name int age or int salary. These are my two properties. And one more property, static string country is my property. So for this I can assign here only saying India. Okay, and I'll have a constructor. Just select it, right click, source, generate constructor using field, and the end got generated. Right. So this is my constructor. So now if we want, we can have, we'll create an object for this employee emp employee emp1 is equals to new employee. So here I'm passing Raju, salary as, he's very rich guy, 1 lakh per month is salary. So I'll create one more object, employee 2, his name is, her name is Rani, and these two are not married guys. Okay. Here it is 50,000. So let us check both refer to same country or not. I'm going to have system.out.println. Guys, to access static variables, static properties, we don't need to go via object reference. Directly from class name only. As I told you, it is class level variables. So see here, employee dot country it has gone. It is not showing employee dot name and salary because of country is a static variable. We can directly use we can access with the class name itself. We don't need to create an object for that. We can directly create, we can directly access the properties of static properties using the class name. This is the beauty of it. So even though if you give employee one dot country, it will not give you any error, but it will throw as a warning. So see if you see here at the left hand side corner, there is a blue exclamatory symbol. If you put your mouse over there, it will show static field employee dot country should be accessed in a static way. Though it is not giving an error, so it is giving a warning. So it's better to change it. Otherwise, compiler will do that job. Okay, guys. So this is the way we have to access the static variables. So there's no matter now, doesn't matter whether employee 1 and employee 2 are sharing the same object. It is the employee class level, it is having that memory. So just right click and run the application. So it is giving India. This is about static for the properties. Properties are variables. So we can have static methods also, guys. So if I have a static method, static void display. So this is my static method. This static method, so we can write anything. So I am in employee class. So how can we access this? Same, guys. So employee with the class name itself, we should be able to call this display. So now So if you run it, it will show I am in employee class. I am in employee. So now what I want is I wanted to print name and salary here, which we cannot do this. So system dot, let us see, try to print this. So name I am giving here. See, if you see here, it is popping up the error. Cannot make a static reference to the non-static field name. So this is a static method. In the static method, we cannot access non-static variables. In the static method, we cannot access non-static properties. This is the rule in Java. It makes sense also, right, guys? These two are created at the time of running. So compiler. So this is a method which is in static, means it's at the compilation only. The class level it will be there. This it will be in the heap memory. These two are contradicting. That is the reason static members cannot be accessed inside non-static members. Sorry, non-static members can't be accessed in static methods. This is a rule in Java. Non-static members cannot be added, cannot be accessed inside static methods. So this is a rule. Okay, this is about static method, guys. Now there is one more thing called static blocks. So this static block so if I'll put a simple one SAP, I am in static block. So what it does is whenever you use this employee object for the first time, then this block will be called only once in its lifetime. Okay, so this is a static block in Java. Static blocks are called when you use the object for the first time. So these blocks will be called. Let us try to see that. So let us run this, whether first of all it will print that or not. So it will be first thing to do that. See, this is the first thing which is printing, even though. So let us see where exactly, when object creation it is printing, or when you call the country or display method it is printing. See, it is printing. So when you call for the first time, so even I will comment this out. So this is using for the first time, right? Country is using. So this employee. So here it will print static block. So it's from the next time onwards it will not do. See, I'm using again the employee here. Again the static is not printing. Static block will be executed only once. Static block. What is this, guys? In Java, static block will be executed only once. This is also a rule. Static block will be executed only once, and static block will be called whenever you are making it. See here, if I comment this, there won't be anything. It will not call the. I'll just put an SAP. I'm just putting hello. I'm not using employee here. Let us see what happens. So it is not going to the static block. So when it is going to the static block, when you use that class, whichever is having static block, then it is calling the static block. Static block will be called only once. For the first time, whichever the property or method when you are accessing, then the static block calls first. After that, static other things it will happen. So to summarize what we have done, guys, we have seen static is class level variable. We don't need to create an object to access the static members. Number two, static members, if you have a static method, non-static members cannot be accessed inside a static method. Non-static members cannot be accessed inside a static method. That is a thumb rule. And after that, what we have seen? We have seen static methods. So to access the static methods or static properties, we don't need to create an object. Using the class name only, we can access the properties and methods. We don't need to create object to access the static members. With the class name only, we can access the static members. And the last thing which we have seen is static blocks. Guys, this static blocks is very useful in terms of if you wanted to initialize something, all those stuff, this static block will be very handy. So static blocks will be called when you use the class for the first time. So only once it will be called, it will not be called multiple times. Static blocks will be the first thing to execute in the class. After that, all the members will be executed. When it will be executed, when you use the class only, it will be executed. If you don't use the class, it will not be executed. You either call a static property or you create an object. Okay, we can do that test also. So I am commenting this. So let me create this object alone. We'll check that. So here is my this thing. So now let us run this. So I'm not calling the static members also, guys. Let us see whether static block is printing or not. Even when you are creating an object, static blocks will be called. See, I'm not calling the static members. So country and display are static members inside the employee. I am just creating an object. When you create an object also, static block will be called. Static blocks will be called. So that's this is the third point. So we have seen static blocks. So this is it, guys. So we can have static classes also. What I'll do, I'll cover that up in when we are discussing about inner classes. Okay. So static can be at the property level and static can be at the method level. And we can have a static member, static block. I hope this will help you. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, guys. I have created a playlist for Java, core Java trainings. So all these things are there from the starting introduction to now. Every video I have it, I kept inside my playlist. Please do watch whenever you are free. So my suggestion is all my videos are programming oriented. So it is better you take a video and simultaneously you practice it. It will be very helpful. Thank you guys. Bye bye.